As someone who has just finished her novel, I am terrified. So today we're going to talk about the fears after you finish your novel. Because, while you're writing your novel, you're telling people the story idea and everybody's like, oh, it's really cool, I like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then you actually finish it and people want to read it. And you're like, maybe you shouldn't. Well, why shouldn't they? That's what we're going to talk about. The fears that are associated with writing. So first of all, my best friend is going to be the very first person who reads my story. I'm terrified because I think even if she hates it, she's not going to tell me. She might say, hey, this could use a lot of improvement and here are some suggestions for which I have. But what if she absolutely hates my writing style? Because she could. I mean, is she going to give me honest feedback? Is she lying to me, making me think it's better than it actually is? What if it's complete trash? What if this story just needs to just be like bundled up and then thrown into a trash bin because it's that bad? I mean, it could happen. And then I think of the other writers who say, the first 5 or 6 drafts, you're absolutely probably going to hate your story. And that's normal. But how do you deal with that? I don't know. So if you have suggestions, please tell me. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with that besides not think about it and just hope for the best because I don't know. And then you have the other, basically everything comes down to a fear of rejection. What if people don't like your story? What if you can't get an agent? You don't get picked up by a publishing house? Are you an imposter? Can you even write? Are you such a crappy writer that no one else wants to read your stories? Are you good enough? Are people lying about what they think when it comes to your story? And then you have to consider my other fears besides the whole fear of rejection is editing. I am terrified because I did not outline my story, you guys. I'm talking 100,000 words with no outline. I'm terrified. It's going to be bad. I don't know what inconsistencies I have, but I'm sure there are a lot, developmental aspects and elements I'm going to have to go back through and read through and scrap and then rewrite and then cry because that's how that works, right? And it's just, the whole process is overwhelming. What do I do? Is this going to be good enough to be traditionally published? Do I want to traditionally publish? Should I self-publish? And then self-publishing terrifies me more because it's all on me. And even though I self-published my first collection, it was poetry. It wasn't really that terrifying. And no, I don't exactly talk about that too much to people. My best friend tells more people than I do, I'll tell you that. But when it comes to a novel, whole different ballgame in my opinion. I'm going to need editor. I will want to have a publishing house. I will want to do this the right way. And I want to be proud of the work I put out. But whereas if in my opinion, traditionally published, I'll have an editor. I have that backup support. I have several eyes looking over my work. It's all overwhelming. That's my whole point. My fear is not knowing my path. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of being an imposter. I'm afraid of everything. And being a writer isn't easy. Again, I've said this a million times. Everybody says it. Writing is subjective. There might be someone who absolutely hates my work, and that I can't take it personal. But I probably will. I think getting that tough skin is going to take a while because I am a sensitive person and I want everyone to love my story and I want them all to lie to me, but not really lie to me. What do you do? I don't know. So this is basically just my ramble rant of all the things I'm terrified of. And it's a lot. It's a whole lot, guys. I don't know. So share with me, what were your fears after you finished your story and how did that end up going? Were you completely right? Should you have been scared, or were you just being crazy and being, insecure, blah, 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 blah? Please tell me, because I need to know how this is going to end. Do these fears go away? Because I don't think they do. I am more than willing to hear what everyone else has to say. So that's all. I'm going to go cry now, maybe have some coffee, and then cry some more. But I finished my story. So, that's cool. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.